Welcome crafters, Andy is Yodi here and welcome back to Let's Build an Apartment Block Part 2. These are the plans I'm using, link in the description to those plans and also a master plan of the bottom layer in Minecraft blocks. You could follow along. It's a modern apartment block and I'm building it in the UTB texture pack on the UTB server. Link to the server and the texture pack in the description. Check them out below. Let's get placing some blocks really quickly. What we're going to do is start on the front of the build here, and I've got a big fat window in the front there which does need a bit of help. By the way, I don't even have a road. There's a road over there, so I'll do that access to this apartment block off camera. But what we're going to start with is just making this window a little bit smaller. This is a bedroom window if you watched episode 1, and I do encourage you to watch episode 1. By the way, I've got some little shelves that I could carve in there possibly, and even in there some sneaky little gaps which I was looking at off camera, and I found these little spots where you could put shelves. Well, here we go. This window does need a bit of attention, so what I'm going to do is put on some spruce wood slabs. I love building buildings in Minecraft. It's the first time I've done an apartment block though. It's going to have, I think, 16 apartments in it, which is a lot, but we're going to build 4 today, and then we're going to duplicate it and flip it round and paste it, and you're going to see all that in this episode. And we're going to have, well, what we're going to have is 16 blocks in total by the end of the episode, and that means next episode we can do the furnishing and the stairs and the lift. So my thoughts here are just to provide a window which looks kind of decent. It's a nice rich spruce. By the way, you guys are amazing at hitting that like button, so if you are enjoying this Let's Build, please hammer that like button. It really does support my channel big time when you do that. Okay, got some glass to put into this window obviously, but I think it's looking fairly decent, although I think it's a bit too big. So I'm going to select from here to here and move that up by 1, move 1U, moves it up by 1, and then add a bit of diarrheaite here, that special block that runs in the family. Diarrheaite, yeah, okay, glass, here we go, and that completes the... So how have you guys been? I must say you're smashing the like button, and all the comments on this apartment block video have been most welcome. Little door frames there with a window and a little slab there, so you can just assume that I have done that all the way around the building. So all the doors are done, but what I'm going to do is put in the ceilings and we'll speed that up. But listen, here's a message from this chap on my Facebook page, Simon Levy. He says, "Hey Andy, will you give me a shout out in the next video? A girl I like likes me." Well, Simon Levy, there you go. There's your massive shout out. Now, I don't think he wanted me to name her at all. So, Gabby, will you go out with Simon? He is the man for you. Surely this has got to work. Simon, let me know what happens. Happy to help. Okay, little Yoda is flipping round and putting in the roof blocks. But I've got a comment here from Blake and from William. Blake Emerson, William Fogg von Qualen. "I don't like the orange, it's something in the 70s, trying to make a modern apartment. And the lime green he likes, William likes, but meh, doesn't like the orange." Okay guys, I may change the orange in the next episode. Not going to do it in this episode, but we can have some fun with World Edit and change the orange. Okay, I'm inside the building here, and this is where I'm going to mark out where the table is going to be, because what we want to do is put in some redstone lamps. So that's going to be the dining room table. And I'm doing something very cunning here. The floor is actually made from redstone blocks. So that wooden floor you can see underneath me is actually textured in this pack to be redstone blocks. So by placing these redstone lamps in the ceiling, what happens when I stack the building up, of course the floor of the floor above, if that makes sense, is now above those redstone lamps, and they should come on. There's a creepy guy at the... Is it Rethfer? Didn't catch his name. He's at the window looking in. Yeah, so got to place these lamps for a bit of special lighting. We'll turn them into fancy lamps later on. And then skipping ahead, so what we want to do now is grab from here and use a bit of World Edit to stack this baby up 3 times. So selecting from there to there with the wand and using a bit of World Edit, I can now stack this apartment up to give me 3 more apartments, 4 in total. So the command is //stack 3 up the way. And we do that, give the computer time to catch up. There we go, thank you server. And boom, we have with the guy flying in front of us. We have 4 apartments in total. I'm super excited about this build. I really think it's looking great, and it's an awesome location. I hope nobody minds me putting it slap bang in the middle of the city. If you want to come on the server and have a look around, you can. The server is play.usetheblocks.net, but you've got to register on the website and apply for guest first. Now, a couple of comments here as we spin around the build. AG Miner and Tina Devoa asked some really nice questions, but they've got their replies turned off. You can't reply to their comments. So Miner and Tiny, dude, switch your replies back on, and I actually can answer your questions. One of the most annoying things for YouTubers to get asked a good question, and then all of a sudden you can't actually answer it. Right, extra bit of detail coming in here. What we can do here is put this spruce upside down stair there, and a little bit of spruce slab there, and it creates that kind of a P shape, and it kind of holds up the balcony from below. So I really like that. I'm going to do the same just over here. Elliot Sharp with a comment, looks great Andy, but put a 2-block window in the bathroom. Well, I highlighted it there. I was 3 blocks on a little bathroom window, but I have done that. Right, if I stack 3 up the way, all those changes I made to the bottom one get stacked up. So there we go. All the little supports of the balcony are actually in place. So that is pretty cool. Okay, let's have a look inside and see if the lights worked. Yes, when we stacked it up, the redstone is now above the redstone lamps. So we have success, Miss Money Penny. Fantastic. I'm loving this. Now the top floor, of course, does not have any redstone on top of it. So what we're going to have to do is go on to the roof, and most of the roof is going to be spruce with white carpet on top. But these bits right above these lamps are going to have to be big blocks of redstone to make sure those lamps come on. Boom, 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 boom. So we're going to finish this build this week. What do you want me to build next week? That is the big question. Answer in the comments. Right. What we want to do is build the roof. Now, I did pre-record this roof building bit, so I'm going to narrate over this. And speeding this roof building up by about 170%. Yeah, that's going to go there. I'm trying to take that off. So, whipping around with the snow here, what we want to do is get snow around the whole of the outside of the build, and then use spruce in the middle. So from underneath you'll see a white rim of snow all the way around the build, but you'll also see some spruce wood. Let me show you if I grab a bit of sprucey here. That goes in there. Tell you what, spruce trees are really useful. I teach survival, and when we find spruce trees in the wild, you can dig down and get some spruce tree roots, and you can get some natural cordage. If you take the bark off and you split the roots down, you can make kind of really strong string out of spruce roots. Random survival fact for you there. You never know what you're going to get on my channel, that's for sure. Right, as I complete the roof here, quick picture from Blue Cario sent me on Twitter. Twitter is @AndyJoda, an amazing house he's built on the World of Keralis server, so I might be taking a look at that with Keralis, but Keralis is a little bit busy with his new baby, Keralis 2.0. Isn't that amazing? Congratulations to Keralis. Now, what I want to do is put on a roof, a carpet on top of my roof. I think that's looking okay. We might make this roof a bit bigger in a few minutes, but first of all, I want to put on a carpet, and I'm going to use a special bit of World Edit here. So I'm going to select that block, and then come over to this block over here. So one level above the roof, select that. So I've got 2 points selected. Fast mode is disabled, so I haven't got fast on, and replace the air with 171. 171 being the code for carpet. So I've put white carpet all over the roof, and it only joins on where there is a roof because I don't have fast on, so the carpet can't float, I tell you. Right, so a couple of changes to the roof. I want to make it a little bit big. It looks kind of derpy right here, and I've got extra carpet to put on. If I make extra roof, I've got to put extra carpet on. And don't worry about the sides of the house, or the apartment. That's where it's going to join onto the other 3 apartments I'm going to be making. I've kind of made apartment C, and I'm going to be making apartments A, B, and D very soon with a bit of World Edit. Yeah, so the most of the remaining parts of this video are more secret special world edit commands like flip and copy and paste, and if you're pretty good at world edit, it does make building so much faster. I do highly recommend you get to grips with world edit somewhere on a server near you. Could be my server. usetheblocks.engine.com is the website if you want to find out about how to play on this server. Okay, what do we do now? We're just having a quick look around. We've got these this section here, yeah, there's going to be a staircase, a main stair for the whole apartment coming up here. So I want to count these blocks along. I was going to make it 9 wide at the front here, but I think I'm actually going to make it about 11 wide at the front. And that's going to hold 2 nice big staircases like that. And I want to mark the middle point as well. Pretty important that I do that. Okay, I'll bring that down. So the staircases are, I've got 4 wide stairs if I need them, but I might not need them. But right, so very carefully counting along here, I'm going to take actually a red block, because I've used yellow before. So here's the red block, right in line with this, and right in line with that yellow point there. That is the brick that's actually going to be my copy point. So I'm going to stand into that point, and when I stand in that point, that is when I can make all my selections and copying and flipping. So let me show you what's going to happen. I'm going to just move this up very slightly to make sure I've got absolutely everything selected. By the way, subscribe to my channel, and that is the way you get updated and find out what my next video is going to be. So if you haven't subscribed, then subscribe already. Right, selecting that yellow block there, and then going all the way down to the bottom corner of the build and selecting this block. And I'm going to stand in my wee control center here, and I'm going to do / copy and then / flip. Now flip makes a mirror image in the direction you're facing, so there's a mirror image of the build. So if I do / paste, it should paste a mirror image right in front of my face. Just got to wait for the server to catch up, and then we get a little flip. There we go, it's appeared. An apartment block, an exact copy, but flipped around, a mirror image. The flip command, very, very powerful indeed. So there we've got 8 apartments so far. What do you think? In the next episode, we're going to build the stairs and the elevators and the whole central lobby part of the apartment. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to select that again. I don't need to select this again. But just making sure. What I want to do is kind of unflip it. So I'm going to put in the command copy again. I've got that. That's still my selection. So it's going to be / copy. And then I'm going to face this direction and do / flip. There we go. And then when I paste, I get a mirror image in the other direction. And that should appear in the other corner. There we go. Paste. Just gotta wait for it to happen. There we go. Server catches up, and that's a complete... Oh, excuse me, windy pops. Wow, I had some stew and it's kind of repeating on me. That's just unprofessional, Andy. Come on, get a grip, man. Yeah, so there we go. We do have some issues to sort out. If we have a look at the plans here, you can see that this bedroom at the back here, or kitchen at the back, is kind of offset. We need to squeeze in the builds, but we'll squeeze them in and move them in at the back of the apartment block a little bit later on. So what I'm going to do is select this apartment, which is the second one I made, the second block of 4 flats, and then same command. So here we go. / copy, and then facing that direction, flip it, mirror image in the direction I'm facing, and then I can paste it. And we should get, fingers crossed, it's always a nervous time when you're using lots and lots of world edit. Yeah, there we go. So we have a big gap at the back here which I need to seal in. I need to squash these 2 apartments in the way. Oh, by the way, I've got some glass missing from that little, what do you call it, bathroom in there. So that's going to have to get put in by hand, but that won't take long, and I'll do that off camera. Right, these 2 sections need to be pushed in, so let's get that done. Alright, so first of all, I'm just going to grab the block, call that block D, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know. A, B, C, and D are the blocks. I don't know which one that is. Okay, so I'm going to grab it all the way down to there. And I want to figure out how many blocks to move it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think if I move it 5 in the way, that should put it right in the middle. So let's get that done with the / move command. Honestly, it solved a lot of trial and error. Imagine trying to be moving all this by hand. It would be impossible. No one would do it. You have to get it right first time. So World Edit gets you kind of out of jams as well. So the server's going to catch up. There we go. Shifting the whole build. Imagine if you could do that in real life. You know, sorry, I built my building in the wrong place. Can we move it, please? Yeah, just let me get my real life World Edit. Oh, real life World Edit. Sounds like a good video, doesn't it? A real life World Edit video. Okay, gonna select this wall here, which of course was moved out the way, the kitchen wall, and we can stack that wall up as well with the stack command. So a bit of a World Edit lesson in this episode. Stack 20 wasn't enough. Let's try 29. Perfect. And we do have roofing issues there to solve, but I'll do those roofing issues, I think, in the next episode. But the important thing is to get, I think, today, everything exactly where we want it. And then we've got lift shaft or elevator shafts and the stairs and the lobby, and of course furnishing as well. So it looks like furnishing probably is going to be episode 4. I'm not sure. We'll see how much we can get done in episode 3 of the lobby and whatnot. Okay, last apartment to grab here, all the way down to this yellow bit here. I do like using nice big bright wool, red and yellow wool, to mark out my points. It just keeps everything the same. Okay, here we go. Move command. Boom. There we go. And there's Damdun. Damdun, welcome. You made it to my video just at the very last moment there. But yeah, that's where the lifts are going to be in there, the elevators. And we have a look on the outside, and we've got, let me double check. Yeah, everything's fine. That's sharing a wall. So that's kind of worked out absolutely perfect. So there's the back of the apartments, looking very good. Who would want to live there? I think I wouldn't mind living in an apartment like that. Okay, so do have a few repairs to do there as well on that roof. So that can be done next episode, which will be within a day or two, maybe even the next day after this one. I've got some doors to move. These doors need to move to here. So those doors are going to be moved away from the lift shaft, and that's going to be the entrance to the living room there. But yeah, that will do for today's episode, and thank you so much for watching. Here are some pictures to enjoy that you guys have sent in. May the blocks be with you.